Morning, everyone. This is day 2 of the world's longest yard sale for us. We started yesterday at 4 in the morning, leaving home, and had to drive about 7 hours to get here. And when we did, it was raining, so we were a little skeptical as to if we'd even find much, but there were some diehard dealers that were still out there, and we bought well, and it's looking like a really good show. The highway's full, there's tents everywhere, there's gonna be plenty of merchandise to go around for sure, and so I'm really excited. I think everyone should be excited. This is going to shape up to be a good show. Today we're just going to hit it hard again, mix it up a little bit. Yesterday, because of the rain, we were kind of looking for any port in the storm, so we maybe spent a little time on some places that didn't have stuff that was that killer, and we were just trying to see if there was some holy grail hidden. And instead, I think today we're going to just kind of focus on some of the more like established vendors, the professional vendors that do a bunch of other shows. They're in Brimfield, they're in Round Top, what have you. They're going to know their prices better, but we are looking for things that are sort of within a niche that we've carved out of architectural salvage and decorative pieces that we kind of feel we have a good advantage on. So we're willing to pay up a little bit more. But what we're not doing is buying anything that's filler, anything that's mediocre. The only exception, we did buy a couple things, and our rule is you have to have already sold one and have the listing and know the pricing and know how to ship it, and all those things have to be super easy. So we bought a handful of things for like $1 that aren't going to bring a ton, but I mean, marginally wise, they're $20, $25 items. But so the margins are great, but there's still time in packing it and listing it. But right now, all we foresee is like using an old listing and swapping out some measurements. So we're making sure that everything we buy is easy, both from a listing perspective and a shipping perspective, and that it's high dollar. We're only looking for home runs. And as if you recall the movie Moneyball, Brad Pitt wants everyone to get on base more and tells them to swing at fewer pitches and just see more balls. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to go out there and look at more stuff and save all of our efforts for just the top pieces. Because at this phase, you can. We're seeing stuff they're good buys. There's cool stuff, but they're not home runs. They're base hits, they're doubles, but they're the pieces that you can spend 20 on, sell it for 70. But we're like, well, we might be missing the thing you spend 20 on, sell for 150. So that's what we're holding out for. And we found those things, and it's been good because we're got to fit everything in our truck. We can't do anything big. We can't do anything that's awkward to fit into the truck. And our criteria is it's got to be easy to list and something we're excited to list, so that we actually go home and list it quickly. And we're also looking for things that aren't projects. So right now there's one piece I bought as sort of an experiment to see if I can rescue it, and didn't really buy it. I got it thrown in a package, and some brass things that just need a little shine. That's the level of work we want to put in. Later in the week, we'll notice that there'll be more mom and pop sales popping up. So that's probably where we'll spend more of our effort, because those are the pieces that you really can find for a crazy price, but you're probably not going to find as many at one spot. And right now we're hitting the big fields where we can probably get several purchases from one vendor and buy from several vendors in the field. So that's the game plan. It's going well, and the show's looking good. Like there's some killer stuff out here, and we're just being really picky. But as the week goes on, as we've got half a truck full of just home runs, I think we're going to come back and maybe take a stab at some of these things that are we don't know what they're going to be worth, or maybe they're not top dollar, but they sell quickly, or whatever. We'll fill in the rest of the load with some of that, because there's nothing wrong with it. There's just a lot of good merchandise out there, but we are being super picky, and it's working. Sticking to our criteria, making sure that there's a lot of money left on it, it kind of forces you to buy it when you see it, because sometimes it's not the sexiest thing. I bought some stuff that I don't think is that like ooh la la. It's not social media worthy, but there's a $100 bill stapled to it. So it's looking like a good show. I hope everyone out there is having fun, finding their thing, and really enjoying it, because it is like nothing else. And half the tents we saw were all tarped up yesterday, and it's still exciting and it's still fun. So I think it's gonna be gangbusters once the weather's better and once the crowd builds. So everyone be ready, it's gonna be good. And in the meantime, enjoy the view.